In times like these, what we trust is put to the test. With the coronavirus changing lives around the coastal Empire and Lowcountry, it's important to know the power of being informed.
WTOC Savannah news anchor Dawn Baker greets viewers each night with pertinent information that impacts their lives. When that information turned into news about a pandemic, she did what she felt she needed to do: take action. Dawn became the first person in the U.S. to receive Moderna's Phase 3 COVID-19 vaccination.
How did you get involved with this study, and how did you become a part of it?
Well, Dr. Paul Bradley is the chief investigator with the vaccine study through Moderna, and Meridian Research Clinic is actually operated in his office. And so they do all kinds of research on every ailment that anyone could possibly have. So he called me about 4 days before this third phase began, and he said, I really need a favor. Would you be interested in taking part in the study? And I said, well, is it a live vaccine? He goes, no, why would I give you COVID-19? I'm like, hey, I got to ask. I said, is it going to make me more likely to get COVID-19? And he told me no. And so he told me, well, I should think about it, give me a call back. So I did. And, I just thought that this was the right fit for me. I know people who have died from COVID-19. I know young people who are perfectly healthy, who've had a serious bout with COVID-19, who end up in the hospital on a ventilator and have had so many health issues since then. So it really did affect me in a big way, and I really wanted to do something to help. When I talked to the doctor, and he said that in Phase 1 and Phase 2, the most severe side effects anyone had was a mild cold, perhaps a fever, a headache. I figured that's a very small price to pay if we can get ourselves out of this terrible dark pit that we've been in for far too long.
Baker says she has 5 remaining in-person doctor's visits over 2 years. She uses an app to document any symptoms. She will have blood work, a COVID-19 test each visit, and she gets monthly check-ins from doctors. As an African American, Baker realizes there is a need for minority participation. People of color are disproportionately impacted by this virus.
What would you say to those who are kind of on the fence and a little nervous and they have some trepidation about getting involved in a study like this?
I have learned that there really is a need for diversity in all of these studies, because I didn't know until I really started doing my own research and talking to doctors, not just my doctor, but doctors of color from different areas of the country, that, we as Black people react to medication differently than a Caucasian person, than a Latino person. So there is a need for not just me or a handful of people who are my ethnic background to be a part of the study, because we need to know that it works safely on everyone.
I'm Dawn Baker, evening news anchor from WTOC in Savannah, Georgia, and the history-making woman who rolled up that sleeve boldly. She's gone where none of us have gone before. And so thank you for paving the way for us. And we want to monitor you and stay in touch with you so we can see how you're faring over these next couple of years. And we thank you for what you've done. And I think you've opened up a great door for a lot of people who may follow suit.
Well, thank you so much, and look forward to talking to you again soon.